So basically, there is nothing that is per se problematic in theory between somebody switching rights. So the church can, in her positive law, so positive law is the legislation based on the will of the church that is applying certain principles to concrete circumstances and could change with time. So like, for example, a country who chooses to, let's say, put people in jail for 7 years for stealing. That is a positive law. They could do 5, they could do 9. Traffic. The the speed on the highway is 70 miles an hour. It could be 80, could be 60. It depends on the circumstances. Like back when there was an oil shortage, it was like 55 on highways. So those are positive laws. So when it comes to right switching at one point was very heavily regulated with positive law. And the reason for this has to do with the fact that your spiritual heritage is something which is important. Uh, Mass right switching is something which is not is not ordinarily spiritually healthy for somebody. Okay. So this was heavily regulated. It was permitted in some cases, but definitely heavily regulated. So the church doesn't have the same degree of positive prohibition when it comes to right switching as she once had. But it still is when it comes to the principles at play, which is um, it's preferable for you to stay in your tradition and not just switch willy-nilly to other traditions just because you feel like it and just because you think it's cool. That would still be as principles binding. Like it's still, hey, you need to be careful about this. This isn't a decision that you saw some TikToks of Byzantines and you think that's really cool. It can't be anything like that. So that's kind of where it comes into play now, for sure.